This is Gene Simmons from Kiss, and you just heard the Scorpions Rock You Like a Hurricane. It's a great song, wouldn't you agree, Sludge?
Yes.
But I liked it a lot better the first time I heard it, when it was called Heaven's on Fire.
Oh, really?
Get it right, you German bastards.
They did a farewell tour here in Phoenix recently, so they're gone.
Dude, we're sitting here, we're like playing rock music. We're talking about relationships, and we're talking about. And
Dom's filming you for some reason with a video, all of a sudden on his phone.
I was asking you, do you ever worry that something embarrassing is going to come up on the air? Like an ex is going to call in and say something embarrassing, and my only embarrassing thing is that I get paranoid about like if I have something wrong with me, I'll think like, oh my God, I'm dying. Do you get like
paranoid? Yeah.
About your health and
I had a physical recently though. I'm awesome. I found out I'm awesome.
Well, I dated a girl for 6 years, and I self-diagnosed myself as having colon cancer, and because I watched 60 Minutes and they had a story about, and the 60 Minutes story was about how there's a huge spike in colon cancer in the United States. And they said there's 3 major symptoms to look out for, one of which I had. And it was a really embarrassing problem, which was that when I went to the bathroom, there was blood. Oh. And it freaked me out. Oh. And it's so personal that you don't even want to tell anybody about it. So I was really scared about what is going on in my body. There's blood. I don't know what's going on. And then I saw this thing, and I'm like, oh, my God, I have that. I'm dying of colon cancer. And then my girlfriend that I was dating came home. I said, hey, I need to talk to you. And she goes, about what? And I go, we need to sit down. And we sat down, and I go, I am dying of colon cancer. And she started crying, and she goes, how do you know? And I go, I was watching 60 Minutes, and I'm dying. And she goes, how do you know? And I said, they said the symptoms. I have all the symptoms. I knew at that point I couldn't say I have one of the symptoms, because if I just said I only have one of the 3, then she would say, well, then you're not dying. But I needed to, for whatever reason, be committed to my colon cancer. And I told her, I'm dying, okay? I'm dying. And I've known it for a long time. I haven't told you. And then watching the 60 Minutes piece, I know for sure that I'm dying now. And she said, well, maybe you should see a doctor. And then she called family, and then people started calling me. You need to get checked out. And then everybody convinces me, you need to go see a doctor. You got to go to a hospital today. So I make an appointment, an emergency appointment. I go see a doctor, and I go across town. And then the doctor comes in and says, so what brings you in here today, Craig? And I go, well, I was watching 60 Minutes, and I've saw some things, and I realized that I have these things, and I have colon cancer. And he goes, how old are you? This is a couple of years ago. I'm 31. And he goes, okay. Well, take off your pants and your underwear and get on this table and get on all fours. And I go, what? And he goes, take off your clothes. And I go, well, I don't know. I mean, I just want to talk about it, I just want to talk about cures, and I'm sure I have to go through chemo. And he goes, Greg, just take off your clothes and get on the table, but get on all fours. And I happen to be wearing a long shirt that day, so I'm just with a shirt and no pants on, and I get on the table, and he goes, can you hike that up a little bit? And I'm like, I'm feeling really, so I hike my shirt up, and I feel the distinct feeling of lube on my butt. And I'm like, oh, he slapped it on my butt. And I went, oh, you are kidding me. And then he had to investigate. Mm-hmm. And
I did this the first time ever about 2 months ago for the test.
And then he goes, all right. He walks out the door. He goes, put your clothes back on, and then slams the door. And I'm like, and I'm still on all fours with lube on my butt. And I'm like, oh. And I put my clothes on. And he comes in and he starts talking to me about my diet. And he goes, what are you eating? And I go, well, I'm eating this and that. But what does this have to do with colon cancer? And he goes, you have hemorrhoids. And he goes, you got hemorrhoids. And he goes, if you literally eat 1 apple a day, it'll be gone. You're fine. I was like, all right, well, what about the colon cancer? And he goes, Greg, you're 31. You're not gonna get colon cancer. You're fine. And I go, oh, all right. And I was like, wow. I mean, that was a relief. But I had to go back to the girl I was dating And she's still crying. She's now told the whole family. And I come in and she's waiting for me and she's sobbing. And I go, hey. Oh. So I'm sorry, number one. Number two, guess who has hemorrhoids? And number three, guess who just got fingered by a dude on the other side of town today?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. But yeah, that's... and I'm known for moments like that of.
Well, if I'm glad it was just that, because if you died of colon cancer, I'd miss you, dog.
I miss you, dog. I miss you, dog.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
here's the funny thing.
93.3 KDKB.
You want to tell them?
I'm like, I survived colon cancer only to get beat down by Henry Rollins next week.
That's right.
When I get back to LA. All right, look.
I'm debating whether we should play it again now. I don't know if you want to or not. It's up to you if you want to hear the whole thing again. It's about 9 minutes long.
I'll recreate it at Stand Up Scottsdale. If we could just get like somebody to show up and kick the crap. We just need some big UFC fighter to come up on stage, and then I'll goof on you, and then you can kick the crap out of me at Stand Up Scottsdale this weekend.
Craig Gass, and I would.
I miss you, dog.
I would miss you if you died. I would if it was colon cancer.
StandUpScottsdale.com.
That's right.
I miss you, dog.
Colon cancer.
Not funny.
Not funny. Apparently.
You funny.
Yeah, getting fingered by a dude, not cool.
Right.
I miss you, dog.